So yeah, I think Tony Ferguson has the skill set to beat Khabib, but we also have never even seen Khabib lose a round, really. So
No.
I don't really think he lost that round to Conor. I mean, that's that's the what if round.
Yeah, it's fun. That was an interesting fight, man, because to watch Conor get Khabib on the back foot, not from strikes, but just from coming forward, was weird. Because it made me mad at Conor, because I'm like, dude, he's not doing.
Yeah, throw. Conor didn't throw. How many strikes did he throw that entire fight? 25, 30, 25, 30?
I don't know, dude. And to be honest with you, man, Conor is the prime example. Like, he just needs to bring in.
Let's go.
All right, he needs to bring in a pressure boxer, and like someone who's gonna come at him with aggressive wrestling. He needs a Clay Guida to come in and fight with him.
You know,
holy.
Do you know what wins against? You need the entire 155-pound division to come in and train together to beat fucking Khabib.
I don't know. Oh, so yeah, I was telling you at work today. There's a young kid. I gotta find his name. He's a specialist when it comes to wrestling. He was on the Olympic team, and his specialty is like transitions. And I actually have him beating Khabib, and Rogan agreed that he would give Khabib a lot of trouble in a fight, just because he's not gonna.
Well, he's not gonna let him.
Weight.
Yeah, not gonna let him do his thing. Yeah, I mean, I mean,
basically his scrambles are just.
Burroughs will give him a run for his money in wrestling.
I would like to see Khabib versus Kobe Covington. I know 2 different weight classes, but if Khabib ever goes up to 170 for any reason, that would be a great fight. And him against a Carl Usman or
a pressure boxer, and someone who has a good wrestling background. But I mean, we're talking about this, but what the actual fight that's coming up is
what is the next fight?
Stylebender versus Robert Whittaker.
Oh, that's gonna be an amazing.
That's
fight,
amazing.
Dude.
Before I had
dude, I gotta ask, man. I gotta ask. You seem like a reasonable guy. What is your beef with Ghost Recon, man? Come on, just tell me right now.
It's not a good game. It's not a beef. I played it and it was not enjoyable.
All right, give it to me. What's not good about it?
So the Ghost Recon games come from an area of stealth. It's not a stealth game. When the game first launched, there was no multiplayer in it like they promised there would be. The game mechanics are far too easy for the style of game that it is. Like, I don't know, it's just there's just games that aren't good games, right? Like, could you explain to me why Street Fighter 4 is worse than 5, right? Like, it just wasn't as good. I made numbers up there. I don't even know if there are Street Fighters 4 and 5.
Yeah, but back to the Whittaker Stylebender fight. I have. Here's the thing. I love Robert Whittaker, but not because of his fighting ability, man. I like him as a person. He is very prone to getting hit, and I think he might get dropped in this one. I think he might get beat.
He's gonna get dropped for sure, and I think both of them are gonna get dropped. But I think Stylebender loses here. But I think Stylebender gets. I think it's gonna be such a good fight. There's gonna be, if not an immediate rematch, a very close rematch, and I think Stylebender wins the second fight.
You know what's crazy about Stylebender? The whole Stylebender situation. Some people smoke crack recreationally, and I just don't think he really thinks he can beat John Jones. Like, I think it's just a cool thing to say.
Yeah, he's jumping on a bandwagon, dude. He can't beat John Jones. I think he's a worse version of John Jones at a lower weight class, so he looks so good. That's my opinion, and I'm not even the biggest John Jones fan. The guy good? Yeah. Is the guy the best ever to do it? Don't think so.
He is.
He's up there.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's the best. I don't know. He's beatable.
They all are. At some point, they are all beatable.
Okay.
So you've been getting more and more into the UFC fighting game, huh?
I'm only playing it while waiting for things. I like the game, and I kind of always have, but it's super hard. And I don't like when fighting games are hard because I'm no good at them. Even that fighting game I'm no good at.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if I qualify that as a fighting game, though, to be honest with you. It's something a little different.
It's still a fighting game. What would it be?
I I don't know, man. When
It's not your traditional, like, do combos. This is what I gotta do. This is how much shield and health they have fighting game. No, I agree, but it's still we call it a real-time strategy?
I don't know. Whenever I think of that game, I think of esports, even though it hasn't always been on there. That's what.
It's never been on there.
Isn't it? It's on EA now, right? Yes, it is.
What are you talking about? It's on EA?
Yeah, isn't it?
EA
Who makes the game now?
EA is a publisher.
Who makes
I would think it's EA. Yeah, EA makes it. Yeah. They've always
that's
made
what
it.
I thought.
But
no, they haven't, dude.
Who is EA?
It wasn't.
What is EA?
I'm telling you, it wasn't always on EA. Let's Google. Do you have a Google machine? I don't.
Okay, they've made them. They've made them all since Undisputed. Which
Yes,
is the only ones that count.
What? That doesn't make any sense. What you
The
just
other
said.
ones were like PlayStation 2. Undisputed came out like 2004.
I'm gonna do some fact checking on that, brother.
Okay, Google. When did the UFC Undisputed game come out?
Martial arts fighting game featuring Ultimate Fighting Championship properties and fighters developed by Ukes and published by THQ in 2010 for the PlayStation 3,
2010. I was wrong.
Xbox 360, and PlayStation Portable.
There you go.
To find out
Oh,
more,
forever
look
ago.
for the link in your Google.
Okay, hold on, stop! Shut up, please!
Just fill me with how right I am. Wait, that's not what I meant to say, dude. I didn't mean to say fill me. Don't touch me. Don't fill me up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
now,
the most recent 3 or 4.
Yeah, but now when I think of that game, when I think about how polished it is now, compared to where it was before, I definitely just think esports. And like it just does. It's not cheesy.
Are
like
you
a Street
thinking
Fighter game.
Are you thinking EA is synonymous with esports?
I don't know, dude. Isn't it?
No, EA is a publisher, dude.
Yeah,
it's Electronic
esports,
Arts,
right?
No, it's Electronic Arts. It's EA, not ES.
Dude, I think you're tripping right now, man.
No, EA is a publisher. They make Battlefield. They make Madden. EA Sports. It's in the game.
This is why we gotta go live with this shit, because we need an audience to help end these debates, dude.
There is no debate here. EA is a game publisher.
Sir, that's
They
not
make
what I'm saying. I think that you're
Apex.
wrong.
They make Titanfall. They make
I thought Origin made Titanfall.
Origin is EA's Steam.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, at any rate, dude, that's what I feel like when I see that game.
Okay, esports and EA are 2 different things.
Dude, I'm gonna look it up, and if I'm right, next time we're
You're
on together.
not right.
Wait,
dude.
I was right a second ago, wasn't I?
Yes. Okay, I give you that. Okay, Google. What is EA?
Google, what's esports?
According to Wikipedia, Electronic Arts Inc. is an American video game company headquartered in Redwood City, California.
Okay, Google, pause.
Nothing's playing right now.
Yeah, it's a publishing company, dude.
Well, what's esports then?
Esports is
It's
so
a
like
category.
sports.
It's a category, correct? A
No,
category
esports
for, like
is
electronic sports, right?
There's electronic sports, professional video games. Counter-Strike
So that's
is
what-
esports.
all right. So that's what I'm saying.
Professional
That's my
Apex
point.
is esports, right? Like
That's what I'm saying to you. When I think of the UFC game now, I think of organized electronic sports. Does that make sense?
sure. No, I get that, but it's you're thinking of the professional side. It has no professional scene.
It doesn't?
For the UFC games, not that I've ever heard of.
Google.
That's gonna have to be like an actual research one. I can't. Google Home's not gonna know that. It's okay. It's slightly handicapped. I can ask you some like things, and it's just like I don't know how to help with that, and I'm like, but I mean I could Google that same thing and get the answer.
Dude, I gotta tell you honestly, I don't like the shotguns in this game.
You have to be really close.
I just realized. How's WoW? How do you feel?
I love it.
So let me ask you a question about classic WoW, man.
Uh-huh.
Is this more of a nostalgic thing? Because
I've never
you
played it.
beat the game. Oh, you didn't? I was like, you had to
No.
beat the game, right?
I've never played it. I've never played it before. It's the game that came out in 2004. You can imagine, I was 8. I wasn't allowed to play video games then. So, I never got to play it, and I always wanted to. So this is just a good opportunity for people like me to go back and play a game that they wanted to. Maybe they weren't able to. Or for people who are veterans like Pat, and they get to go back and relive the experience that they had and had so much fun with years ago. Yeah, how old is Pat?
Yeah.
Older than me? 100? I don't know.
Everyone's older than you, bro. Yeah, but back to my original point, right? About the UFC game, right? So when I think of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, and everyone's gonna disagree with this, it will never be, no matter how many tourneys there are, I will never take it seriously as a quote-unquote fighting game, because that shit is not real, right? There's not one element of that game that's real. I'm talking about even from the low kicks to the high kicks. But when you think about like the UFC game itself, that is something that it takes some real skill to become good at that game. Have you ever seen like the guys who play really well transition their takedowns into their
yeah. I can't do that.
Yeah, right
not
now,
even close, bro.
Yeah, right now you're chucking and hucking right now. You're knocking guys out with hooks.
Oh yeah, and mostly head kicks.
And here's the thing, your character is basically a Bellator champion. That's what's happening right now.
No, my character is basically Nate Diaz if you didn't ever know jiu-jitsu. As I said that earlier before you got on, I'm like, I'm basically Nate Diaz. I just don't have any grappling.
Dude, how pumped are you for the Masvidal fight?